Kaiju number 8 YouTube, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to talk about a theory video that I promised to bring y'all in my last chapter review of 101. And the character that we're going to talk about today is Kaiju number 9, dog. And to not even beat around the bush, I think that we may already know the origins of where Kaiju number 9 comes from, but there hasn't exactly been enough information in the story to fully back up this theory. I just think that it could be very plausible, dog. And I'm gonna give you a couple reasons for why, but without further ado, basically my theory is that Kaiju number 9 is exactly what Kaiju number 8 is now, bro. I think that Kafka becoming a hybrid, half human, half kaiju, is exactly what Kaiju number 9 used to be. Kaiju number 9 took over a human from the past, and every single time that that human kept changing over to a kaiju, aka Kaiju number 9, he more and more so lost his humanity until he fully became a kaiju. The same exact thing that is happening to Kafka right now, bro. Now, we already know that Kafka, as Kaiju number 8, every single time that he changes over to Kaiju number 8, he loses his humanity that much more every single time. We saw in his hand in chapter 50 something that even part of his hand is never going to go back to human form again. It is always going to stay as a kaiju, right? Now, what if this is the exact same thing that Kaiju number 9 is now, bro? Back in the day, somebody used to use Kaiju number 9 and transform over to a kaiju until it got to a point where that kaiju fully took over that person's humanity, and now we have what we see today in Kaiju number 9, right? Now, I think my biggest reason that I have this theory is there's two reasons. One is a very minute detail that is such a minute detail that it might not even mean anything. My first reason is that, the first time that Kaiju number 9 pulled up on the scene in chapter, what was it, like 7, 6, something like that, he pulled up in Kikoru and he spoke. Immediately, Kaiju number 9 spoke. We have gotten to a point in the series where so many different daikaiju have spoken, but it is not normal, dog. And you got to think back, put yourself in the beginning of this series' shoes. Whenever you saw Kaiju number 9 speak, you were thinking, dog, what is going on right now? And why else would a kaiju know how to speak unless it had before had some sort of human interaction, right? The only way that it would actually know language is if it had some sort of human interaction. If not human interaction, then maybe they were a human before, and that is why Kaiju number 9 knows how to speak. Kaiju number 9 understands very small things about humans, but there's so much about humans that Kaiju number 9 just does not understand whatsoever. The only other way that, in my mind, that Kaiju number 9 would already be able to speak amongst humans as a kaiju is if Kaiju number 9 was created by humans. And that could be a whole nother topic, bro. Maybe the Defense Force accidentally created Kaiju number 9 without even knowing. And that's what brings me to my second minute detail. So if you go to chapter 6, 7, whatever it is, whenever Kaiju number 9 first pulls up to the scene, bro, and Kikoru's like, what is that? Kaiju number 9 is like putting his hands on top of that honju or yoju, whatever it is, and he's resurrecting it. And as he's resurrecting it, you see a back shot, and you see the back of Kikoru's suit, and you also see the back of Kaiju number 9 in like his first form. And in the back of both of them, their backs look exactly similar where their spines would be at, right? I know that obviously the Defense Force's suits are made from kaiju fiber / whatever other technology they put inside of them, but just weird that Matsumoto would draw that exact shot where we can see the similarities between how Kaiju number 9's body looks versus how Kikoru's body looks while she is wearing a Defense Force suit, bro. It just makes me think even more so. Maybe Kaiju number 9 took over a Defense Force member from the past, or just took over a human from the past and completely made that human their own, right? We saw that whenever Kafka was fighting against Isao, he lost a sense of himself. Kaiju number 8 started to take over because it felt that daikaiju aura. And whenever it felt that daikaiju aura, Kafka literally couldn't control himself, right? The only thing that saved him from literally killing Isao was the fact that he thought about Mina, and his His want and desires to fight alongside Mina were greater than Kaiju number 8's desires were to kill Isao and everybody else around him. But even in that memory that Kafka was thinking, or the dream, the nightmare that he was seeing, he literally killed everybody around him. Kikoru, Isao, anybody that was there, gone, because Kaiju number 8 took over. Now, if Kafka keeps transferring or changing over to Kaiju number 8, will there come a future where Kafka can't control Kaiju number 8's desires to run rampant and destroy things? And that's something that we don't know, bro. There could be a difference between Kaiju number 9 and Kaiju number 8. Maybe Kaiju number 9 is just a lot more malevolent than what Kaiju number 8 is. Maybe number 8 really does want to help humans. And I can't tell you why Kaiju number 9 has its motivations. Maybe the person that was using that human form before, or the Kaiju form before, kept on disrespecting Kaiju or kept on taking out Kaiju. And anytime that Kaiju number 9 would change over, he would say, why am I always fighting my own kind? Like, I don't know those motivations, right? I'm just telling you my in general theory. My theory is that Kaiju number 9 is exactly what Kaiju number 8 is now. A daikaiju hybrid user, except Kaiju number 9 had long enough to fully take over their human host, versus right now Kafka is in the midst of being fully overtaken by his kaiju, but he's not there yet. So, like I said, I don't have a lot of evidence to back this up. This is just something that I was thinking about, and it makes a little bit of sense to me, bro. It has some plausibility. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. I might not edit this video too much because it's a lot of headcanon, but sometimes headcanon is fun. This is the kaiju community. Y'all are supposed to support my headcanons and lift them up. So in the comments, let me know why I'm right, bro. I'm just playing. But nah, as always, if you tuned into this video today, arigato sentakaimasu. And be on the lookout, dog. I'm going to drop another video of Kaiju number 8 this week. I'm going to be talking about the ghost of the Ryuni Shrine, because I think that whenever Kafka fights Kaiju number 9 coming up here soon in however many chapters, we're going to see that samurai ghost pull back up again and at least appear in front of Kafka. And we're going to get some crazy answers as to what Kaiju number 8's origins are and a lot more. So I just kind of want to revisit that ghost and talk about all the implications that we got from Kikoru seeing ghost, Kafka seeing ghost, and what that might mean for us in the future. And then, hey, I'm coloring a panel right now, but my Sakamoto fans, be ready. I will be dropping a video about Sakamoto Days. I told you on the chapter review, Nagumo isn't dead. He's a spy, bro. He's not an assassin, he's a spy. Again, though, I'm waffling. Thank y'all for watching the video, and I'll talk to you later. Peace. All right, so I'm editing my video, and I just had one more thought that I wanted to leave on the table. So we know that Kaiju number 9 does have the ability to resurrect those old Kaiju. That was literally the first power that we saw it use other than using its fingers part bullet, right? What if Kaiju number 9 was even a Kaiju before that became the host of the corpse of a past human? And that's why it has the knowledge of some things of a human, but it doesn't necessarily understand humanity, right? Because it hasn't had a lot of human interaction. That's one other thing that I could see Kaiju number 9 doing, but I kind of had that thought. I wanted to put that in the video. So now thank you for watching the video, and I'll catch you later. Peace.